sorry, you're unwell. So I had the link ready to go, posting it to Discord. Say at Gold Tier, come and join us.
So you're blaming me being unwell that you didn't understand me saying?
No. I'm blaming you being unwell for the fact that you didn't communicate in English properly.
I thought, can you push the go live button was quite clear English, no?
I thought it
usually
was clear.
you hit the record button because you're faffing with the stream. I post it to Discord.
Oh, okay.
That's the usual patter, but it worked in the end.
Well. That was a lovely start to the new year proper with my boys.
2025, we're starting as we mean to go on.
Bar humbug new year. Oh.
Bless Ian. He has been a bit bar humbug.
Bless him.
Or bar chest infection.
I've just been, and still continue to be completely sick as a dog.
That's quite appropriate given what event is going on.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm not going down the GoCast route by saying I'm sick as a Fidough.
That's the one. How's it going, Milo? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch a Fidough by its toe.
If it squeals, let it go.
No.
If it squeals, transfer it to Professor Willow.
Yeah. Get it in your decks and have an entry.
Goodness me. Anyway, Kerry and Sue in the chat. Lovely to have you with us. 2025. Happy New Year. You can see it with our voices in the actual year of 2025, unlike the New Year's show.
Which was in 2024. Damn you, calendar.
But when in
Let's
2024
not get bogged down with what Sunday was what date.
They were all recorded over many weeks.
But no one would ever know that. How it's so expertly
You
stitched
say
together.
that, Mark, but Milo and I gave two little...
I know you did.
We call them Easter eggs.
No, mine was intentional. Yours was not.
No, I genuinely thought I got the other hoodie on.
Oh!
So I magically had a Surfitude plushie appear, materialise in the Christmas show at some point.
Did you see my Easter egg in the Christmas show?
God, and I didn't see it. Come on, let the magic loose.
Well, when we did the first one, I hadn't shaved, and then when I did the second one, I'd shaved. And my beard is hardly there in the second one.
I magically go from this hoodie to the Gyarados one because I
genuinely...
genuinely...
the one who sent us pictures.
Because most of the time I was like this for the whole time, so I couldn't actually figure out which hoodie I'd got on.
Oh my goodness me.
So the snapshot I sent, all I could see was a black hoodie.
So Mark retracted his face hair. I acquired an extra plushie and Ian didn't realise what he was wearing.
That's about right.
It's a trio, people. We all made some kind of mild mistake.
Yeah, I can't believe I had to shave like midway through the show. That was like
very quickly, in between jingles.
In between the jingles, and then let it grow back again.
So quickly.
It was like a Homer Simpson episode in The Simpsons. When Homer shaves, and then like within about 3 seconds, it goes, comes back.
Oh yes. And Paul's in the chat. Barside 2. Happy New Year, dude.
Shall we get cracking?
Oh,
come on, Vasa. Take the lead for the first show of 25.
Becoming a stereotypical thing now, but I actually haven't written an intro.
Oh, that was unfortunately timed.
Norbots. Do you remember the Norbots, Milo?
Norbots?
Norbots. You obviously didn't watch Wallace and Gromit at Christmas.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
I managed to watch about 5 minutes of it, then I thought,
That's what you did.
That's what we thought. Damn you, Norbot.
This week on the Incense Podcast, we move into 2025 by bringing you some news that we should have probably brought you last week. Everyone's favourite bread dog arrives in Pokémon GO, and Milo's favourite event of the year, Fashion Week, returns. He's staying very quiet, Mark, isn't he?
He is. He's going, 36-hour challenge.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to have to... All the fur-through trims.
Dressed up like a Minccino.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Welcome back to episode 204 of the Incense Podcast. I'm Ian Waterfall, and with me, as always, we have Pogo Milo UKYT, who almost didn't have a computer tonight, and Masterful 27, who until a few minutes ago was still updating his computer tonight. Boys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Vasa.
Oh, Vass, it's so good to see your smiley face. Happy New Year.
It's all put on. It's just the drugs speaking.
You can tell Ian's smiling through audio.
And when I say drugs, I mean the cold and flu tablets and the
He's
cold
speaking
medicine.
through a wall of Nurofen.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Just the Nurofen now talking.
Yes.
Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't it? Like, even though we've recorded the last 2 weeks and released some quality.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have a few weeks off, but it almost feels like we haven't spoken for 3 weeks.
It does feel like that.
It has actually been about that length of time, to be fair.
It really has, yes.
And there's the Easter egg from Milo there. No, it really has been 3 weeks, everyone.
No, it really has. Anybody who watched the video episode of the Xmas show would have noticed a few things changing.
No, they really wouldn't unless paying very, very close attention.
We need some eagle-eyed viewer to be
there's three Easter eggs, one on each of our screens, and if anyone gets all 3 of them, they will win something that we haven't thought of yet.
Pat yourself on the back.
Pat yourself on the back.
Gratitude, self-gratitude.
You win a bit of gratitude, and maybe a magnet in October.
Yeah, we can't give the prizes.
There's a magnet for Milan, but you have to get there yourself.
Yeah, and we'll give it to you in person.
Yeah, if you get all through, we'll give you a fist bump in Milan.
Fist bump
in Milan.
Anyway, it does feel like it's been a bloody long time, guys. But
oi, you sleepy sailors! It's time to drop your insert.
How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? You both seem a lot healthier than I am. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's not that difficult.
It's not really difficult,
unfortunately.
Let's be honest.
We will give Ian a microscopic amount of sympathy tonight because he's not feeling 100%, bless him, and he's not
even feeling 20%.
All right, he is a true 0-star Wasserfall tonight. But he's not been feeling too good over the whole festive holiday period and New Year's as well.
But I'm still here. 204 weeks, still not missed a show. I might be useless tonight, but I'm still here.
The soundboard will save you, don't you worry, Vasa.
Thank you.
But Christmas and New Year's were really rather nice, spending time with family, a lot of food, fantastic gifts given and received as well. And New Year's was quite a nice, relaxed one. I will say, got to see some fireworks on our doorstep that nearly blew through the front door, which was fantastic. A lot more fireworks than people who went to Birmingham city centre saw.
The thing is, the fireworks were set off in central London. They just blew over to West London.
I don't know. These were students setting stuff off on the green.
Oh, they definitely came from Birmingham, Milo. We've done a bit of digging, and they went up and then shot in a easterly direction.
Yeah, they all just blew in your direction.
What about you, Marky? How was your festive time?
Oh, it was fun. Enjoyed it, actually. We have to save a little bit of holiday over the festive break, but when we do shut down, we shut down over the Christmas period, so it's quite nice. I was working up to the end of Christmas Eve, so that's just part of it. Unfortunately, just how the dates fell. But, from Christmas Day right through to sort of New Year's Day, we travelled quite a lot, seen a lot of family members, friends. Good times, actually. Really good times. Back in my spiritual home of Leeds, which was fun for a couple of nights. We got some amazing gifts, some from some of our our listeners as well. Actually gave some amazing gifts at Christmas. But I was Pokemon'd out, let's put it that way. I had a very, very good downtime. I'm back at work now, and do you know what? Ready to get back into some sort of routine, much to the annoyance of anyone who knows me. I love having the break, but I always say once it gets towards the second week, it's too much then. Need to just get back.
You need your formula.
Need my formula. So it's been good. Thank you, Milo. And touch wood, Ian, I've managed to stay ill-free, but that might change with the amount of people
You see what I picked up with that whole conversation there?
Nice.
You said, I worked right up to Christmas Eve, and Milo's like, oh, really? You worked right up to Christmas Eve? I'm thinking, I've had 2 days off for Christmas, and I've had 1 day off for New Year. I've worked the whole thing.
It was trying to be a pleasant reaction.
What? You people work up to on Christmas Eve?
It's better than saying, don't care.
I think that every industry is very different. Haulage is 99% busy every day and probably 150% busy around the Christmas period.
It really is. And your customers are very ungrateful.
Oh, yeah, they are. Except for the customers that might listen to the show that I know. You're all amazing and keep being lovely customers. Thank you.
Buy some more sand from him, please. Buy some more sand.
Buy some more sand. Yes, do that. If you do one thing differently this year, buy some more sand.
That should be everyone's New Year's resolution.
Oh, talk about sand, actually. I've gritted the path to the shed tonight.
Rock salt.
Rock salt, yeah. -6 tonight. -6.
It's going to be a chilly
I can't even get to my shed because my fence is still blocking my whole garden.
Ooh, news update. New fences are up.
Mine's still on its side.
But you might save yours in. You might just need new posts.
Ian's gone for
I don't
abstract.
need new posts. No, seriously. The longer it stays on its side, the worse shape the actual slats are getting. So it's going to be a whole new fence.
Got gardeners out there that like to do a little bit of handyman jobs or handywoman jobs, we've got one for you there. Fence.
Just pop on up to Grantham.
Indeed.
Yeah, Milo, poor Ian's had to work pretty much every day, bar 3. So think about that.
And may I add, work whilst at death's door, you know?
Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I said there was a crumb of sympathy. You've used that already.
Yeah, I'm going to play it all show, mate. I'm going to play it the whole show.
You crumb loaded.
And yeah, my Christmas was fleeting and sickly. I am ashamed to say I went to bed at 9:30 on New Year's Eve because the whole room was spinning and not in a good way. So I literally slept the New Year in because...
That's medicinal.
It was just cold medicine.
Oh, Ian.
The strong stuff.
It was the strong stuff. It was the green stuff.
Green stuff?
For nighttime
You sure
stuff.
Mac didn't swap something out for you?
So did you let Matt back in the morning, did you, Ian, after you partied all night?
Actually, this is the thing. I
Mac
feel
went off
really
and
bad.
partied.
Because I've been feeling so ropey, I have not really let the bird out of the cage. You can probably hear him kicking off right now.
Bring him on the show. First guest at 25.
Yeah, first guest at 25. You can hear him go, let me out.
Seriously, like, I've not been out of the cage for like 4 days.
Oh, bless him. Put the curtain over him, Ian.
Say if he doesn't stop kicking off, you will be getting a towel over him in a minute.
By the time you folks listen to the show, Ian will have let Mac out of the cage. Don't worry.
I will. Hopefully, I'll be a little bit better by the weekend. Because today, as you listen to this, it's Spriggy Com Day.
Yeah, we might be in the snow, a 3-day snow warning.
Sprigatio. It's looking very soggy here in London, unfortunately. Not unlike my desk.
Yes. Tell everybody, because we alluded to it earlier. Tell us about your little mishap just before recording.
Well, it's important when you're speaking quite a lot to stay hydrated. And I usually have a trusty pint glass right next to me filled with the finest H2O. Not Vasa juice anymore. That's been and gone.
Like so 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. We're now proper H2O. I don't know. I haven't done this since the whole, the Hawkstone exploding in my face moment. But that
was in year 1, I think. As
well. Year 2, I think. But I just moved something on my desk to reach for the glass of water and knocked the entire pint over my desk, to which I said a lot of expletive
yes, there
words.
Were expletives.
Tried to mute my microphone, pick the mouse up, disconnected myself from the studio in the process, and I spent the best part of 10 minutes trying to mop up the water. Thankfully, touch wood, nothing is broken, but it did all, like a sort of tsunami, make its way to the back of the desk where all the power outlets are and all the cables are. So it could have been a very bad instant, but it thankfully wasn't.
Water always finds its way to places it shouldn't go.
Cheeky.
When it's not contained. But
nice.
Have you guys actually found any time to play Pokemon GO then over these last few days?
I've barely had time to breathe, let alone play Pokemon GO, Mark.
Oh, Ian. Have another crumb.
Yeah, have another crumb. We'll get a crumb total counter going. Yeah. That's 2 at least now you've used.
Yeah. We need Charlie to help us count them, don't we? And give us a bit of feedback at the end of the show.
Charlie? Yeah. Oh, we can't talk about that on the show.
Oh, can we not? Is it Clarkson's Farm, Charlie? Can we not have to do that? Is that not allowed?
So that's Ian's brain being very scrambled.
Else, yeah.
Ian, you're thinking about Amsterdam. Cheeky. But go on then. So Ian's not really played the game. I've hardly touched it, in all fairness.
Actually, I'll tell you this story now because I told Milo literally earlier today. I did actually go out on my deathbed for the Charged Embers event at the weekend, filmed a vlog, put a lot of effort into being out for nearly 2 hours playing the event just to hatch the shiny Elekid that I wanted.
Oh, you got it?
I did get it. I got home.
Mark, he said he was going to trade it to you.
I know he did. And I made a comment about that in the video. That when I actually downloaded the footage into
very ungrateful,
DaVinci.
He feels a bit. Have a crumb, Ian. Have another crumb.
Downloaded the footage into DaVinci. Thought, I'm going to have a nap because I feel bad. There you go, there's another crumb.
Woke up 3 days later.
Never edited it. Thought I'll edit it Monday, when I get back from work. Got home from work. I thought, feeling a bit ropey, I'll have a nap. So I didn't edit it Monday. Tuesday, of course, was New Year's Eve. So I thought, I'm not editing it on New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, slept most of it because I was feeling ropey. And then today I'm at work. So I still have a completely unedited video that will probably never ever see the light of day now.
That sound effect, Mark, worked very nicely with the single violin soundtrack I'll have put in the background.
That was the last video I made in 2024. It's never going to see the light.
Well, what you need to do, Ian, is you need to release it on the next Hatch Day event and just put it on with the Hatch Day Pokemon Go.
What are these two cards?
What? This is all very different. Oh, well, this is more enjoyable than the current one that we've got on. Let's watch this. Here you go.
To be fair, it wasn't enjoyable. It was a chore because it was cold. But I had a fever, so I was just walking around in a hoodie, like sweating like nobody's business, in cold temperatures, like literally dripping with sweat, trying to hatch this thing. Me just walking around in hoodie.
Oh, Ian, you've obviously got the shiny, so that's good news.
I did hatch. Well, I did hatch one Ellie Kid.
Was that all that you hatched that was shiny?
That's all I wanted, and that's all I hatched. And I probably hatched about 40 eggs.
Ooh.
So the rates weren't really great.
I will say something. We know that Ian is definitely feeling under the weather because there is one very big thing he's completely forgotten to do for the show.
No, I know. I've not done the whole drop the incense thing. I'm just chatting.
You're just chatting.
Yeah.
Because that's not what it's meant to be.
It's not. This is the general catch-up chat.
Yeah, you were supposed to do it before. Because I'm looking, it's like, we're just chatting along right here. We'll be halfway through the show before we tell people to put incense down.
We said we're mixing it up in 25.
Goodness me, what people put your incense on after the show's finished.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to think there's people there going, do I drop it yet? Do I?
I need my cue. Where is it?
I mean, realistically, we don't need to tell people like 4 years in what to do.
Should we just put the sound effects somewhere in the beginning of the show?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
There you go.
But since we jump into this now, about 10 minutes later.
Oi, you sleepy sailors, it's time to drop your incense.
If you do get anything decent while listening to the show, don't forget to @ us at Incense Podcast and use the hashtag Shinies of the Week. If you get anything decent, can you clarify the spelling, Mark?
Clarify the spelling?
And now...
It is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Brilliant. Can we go back to chatting now?
Yes.
Go on, then.
Don't forget, there are many socials and methods you can contact us on. Bless Ian. Oh my goodness me. We'll help him, Marky. We'll help him through this terrible time. But we've got X, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky are socials that we have at Incensed Podcast or whatever the Blue Sky thingy is.
Yeah.
You guys know what it is, but I don't. There's Campfire, the community there. There's obviously the wonderful Patreon exclusive Discord community that's there. We get lots of good stuff in there, which is fantastic.
Yeah. There's the send us a text message button.
Yes, he's remembered that one.
Yeah.
Text through the podcast platform and, of course, the WhatsApp number. Vasa, do you have it in your head?
I do. +44 759 269 5696.
Bellissimo.
And do you know something, guys? We could actually all get the WhatsApp number on our computers because you can actually share WhatsApp numbers now.
Great. Moving on.
That's news.
There's news. Wrong section. I guess we can get back to general catch up.
Yeah. So okay then. So go on, Ian. You what you
so
say?
We've talked about my charged Ember's failure, shall we say? We know that you forgot about it, Mark, because you put a social post out about that.
Let's tell the listeners who didn't see your social post what happened.
I was travelling back from Leeds and didn't even realise that it was on. I mean, like I said on last week's show, I didn't need either of the shinies, but I would have still been out there and had a little go at it just for the memes and all that stuff. But no, I forgot it was on, didn't realise it was on, and the only way I knew it had happened was I had a little notification pop up on my phone when I got home, notifying me that a Pogo Milo UK vlog had popped up about hatching embers, and I went, oh, was that on?
Eggs.
Oh, as I was driving back from Leeds, I generally thought it was like a Thursday or something. And I was like, going, well, it'll be at the weekend, so I'll play it at the weekend. And like I said before we started recording, like the dates all go all over the place. It's like Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve.
Especially with it being midweek, it was.
They all exist in their own time zone, really. There isn't really a continuum.
Yeah, so the only event I really played over the break was, well, I didn't play any of the Holidays Part 2 event, was the New Year event. By our own review of it, ahead of it, was pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Did you get any of the 3 shinies that were available?
So I learned something about this game. It was when you go out on your feet and you want to try and catch them in the wild, they don't shine for you. But if you stay on your backside at home and occasionally put the game on and check the spawns, that's when they shine for you. And
casuals always win.
What happened, unfortunately, I got one shiny in that I really wanted from the event. I actually needed quite a few from the event, which I didn't realise. Not the ones in the wild. I needed some second ones to complete families and that.
I saw you got a good one.
But yeah, I got my shiny Raticut from the raid, which I was happy about. I needed that one. But my biggest one was I hatched a shiny Mime Junior during the event. So I thought that was
wonderful.
Yeah,
nice. And I got a shiny community day with the background Pokemon as well out of my research line. So,
out of the Beyond one.
Out of the Beyond one,
the
yeah.
14-day one,
you're the only person I've heard of getting a shiny from that.
I didn't. Yeah, I certainly didn't get anything from it.
Mine were just 2-star, 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 2-star rubbish. I'll just.
I think my best was a 98%, but I can't remember what it was. But there was all crap.
Sawaddle, probably.
Yeah, I hope so. I got a shiny chocolate chip Mankey with the background on. Last check of them
nice.
And it was a 15 attack, so very happy with that. So I'll be doing nothing with it at all. So I might even transfer it in error. That's how I usually roll, but it's
not the catch card.
You've got to starve them.
Yeah, I've started it, to be fair. Yeah, what about you, Milo? Ian obviously got the shiny Ellie Kid from his trio of events.
And the shiny Jigglypuff from the
nice
event.
Nice.
I mean, you guys know, and listeners know, I like to play the game.
Well, you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I like to play the game.
No, it's what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
It is literally what I do. So
I played the Community Day Classic in December. Very good, Milo, by the way. I never seen you stay
very.
Actually,
I want to say well done to Mark, because Mark normally will go, I'm not going to play the Community Day wrap up, and then he'll normally be the first one to put a video out. He didn't for once.
No, I've learned of this to be more honest, Ian, as I go into the new year.
This is starting the New Year's resolution very well.
Yeah.
And you too, Ian, by the way. I knew you wouldn't do what
I wasn't. I literally pledged that I was not playing it. Not after last year's Community Days. No way.
No.
Mine was I did quite a bare bones one. I was like, I'll show one of each. There you go. It's like, yay, bingo, woo.
Milo, like you said, it's your job. And unfortunately...
Shinies is what I do.
Shinies is what I do.
That's what I do. It was quite a shiny little festive period. I was very happy to pick up a Wooloo with the costume, shiny. It was very nice.
Yeah, I didn't get one of those.
I didn't get one of those either.
I will say Marky's right, part 1 was pretty atrocious. All I seemed to pick up was that amazingly festive Pokemon Numel. The can the camel have that costume for like Christmas? That'd be great next year.
It needs it next year, doesn't it? Yeah.
No chocolate festive mouse and no volcanic sandy castle, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So part 1 was a bust. Part 2 was a lot better, and I'll give a shout out to Randy Viator12 with the shiny Satoddle that finally came through.
Didn't get that one either.
Once the UK event had finished and I was raiding in the East Coast. So it popped up as a shiny. I was like, yeah, great, but it had no Christmas backdrop on it. So it's like, oh, that's nice. That's quite unique.
I'll give a shout out to Linda Luckett for my shiny Satoddle. Thank you very much.
And I'll give a shout out to Brandon Martin that actually put into great clarity what I was trying to misplace from the whole Christmas event. It didn't feel like a Christmas event. There was no ice-type Pokemon spawning. It just did not feel like a holiday event at all.
No, part 1 definitely didn't, which is unfortunate.
It was really. It was a bit weird, wasn't it? And then the backgrounds just went away then for New Year's event. You're not having any more ice or snow. No, pulling that away from the game. Back to you. And I'm like, hold on here. Come on, we know we're never going to get snow in real life in the game. Let's have it for a little bit longer.
Goodness
Absolutely.
Me. It did feel quite stingy because I was thinking back to previous years. What would happen is the festive holiday event would... I was going to say show. I was going to show because I've got in the mind of the podcast. Don't you worry, boys. The holiday event would continue on right up until, and literally the swap over of the events would go from holiday part 2 or holiday event to New Year's event. It would just be a continuous thing. The New Year's event would then continue like to the 5th or 6th of January or something. So there was this weird time where nothing was happening in the game, and then it was like, hey, charged embers, yay. Here's a hatch day. I've got to be honest, one thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit was the way, I think I said this and Ian made the joke of nobody's going to play the Community Day wrap-up event. The Community wrap-up weekend for December outdid the holiday event. So for the first day of part 2 and the last day of part 1, there was no holiday event. It was just, here is Dynamo everywhere. Like,
yeah.
I'd rather not have this, thank you very much. Give me all Swaddle under the sun, Marky.
And then
obviously.
all the Comday Classic ones, it just seemed to be Porygon everywhere.
Yeah, that festive.
Is it? A Cyndaquil for me.
There's Porygon up here. Porygon everywhere.
Porygon in the Midlands.
Yeah, Porygon is the northern Pokemon, isn't it, Ian? So
Yeah.
Just like to live up there a bit.
Although maybe it was just me wanting to hallucinate like the banned episode.
You were
Yeah.
hallucinating bad Pokemon.
Yeah, Dynamo was everywhere, wasn't it? I was like,
Tynamo was quite prevalent, yeah.
the icy Weedle.
What was depressing, actually, is I managed to get a shiny one of those outside of the Community Day window. You know, they had all the spawns sort of kind of lingering on through part 2. Actually, no, sorry, I tell a lie. Dynamo was actually part of the holiday part 2 event. That's super festive, Dynamo.
Do you know what my big achievement was for
Give us some reindeer antlers.
Yeah,
next year.
My biggest achievement on the holiday part 2 event, and like I said, I didn't play it, but the only bit I played of it was where the hotel we were staying at. There was a Gigantamax Cryogonal raid on the hotel. And initially I was like, yeah, I'll just go on this. It's easy. I'll just put my Pokemon in and do it. And obviously I realised I wasn't going to beat it with that mentality. So I was like, can it be soloed? And then I
can
did
be
a bit of
soloed,
research, and it could be, but I didn't. But I had to put a little bit of energy in and boost up my Pokemon. And anyway, I did it quite comfortably in the end with the right team of 3. And I got my listen. How backwards am I from everyone else in the game? I did a 3-star Gigantamax Cryogonal on my own, and it felt great.
Well done.
Was it Dynamax, isn't it? Not Gigantamax. Dynamax. For me, that was just, I was like, you know what? I need to start getting some of these because they might have a play in the game in the future. It's the first.
I can't imagine Cryogonal having a play, but you never know.
You never know. But that was my achievement, Ian, for the holiday event because it kind of was forced upon me.
Anyway, back to the wondrous list of events that tailed off 2024. That Hatch Day, yeah, it was a thing. I did it, got a couple of shinies, and didn't really think too much of it. I did have that amazing. Everybody who plays Pokemon Go has this happen at some point where you get the shiny and then you get the hundo, and you're like,
no, that never happens to me.
So much. I've seen it happen to you, Vasa, on community days or things like that, where you go for something and then it's like, oh, the one afterwards is a shiny, or the one before is a good IV. Like, why could they not line up? It's just how RNG works, you know.
It does. It's a fickle mistress, is RNG.
Absolutely. But the New Year's event was just a melee of Hoot Hoot. It was just Hoot Hoot everywhere. Finished the year with a Hoot Hoot and started this year with a Hoot Hoot shiny, which is great. But
what a hoot!
A hoot. Yes, it was absolutely a hoot, and a Hoot Hoot to go with it. But like Marky, actually not like Marky, was yours through a raid, your Raticate, or was it?
Sure was. It sure was. I was raided.
So yours was a raid.
Raid a Raticate.
To get the shiny.
To get the shiny
You
in.
see? Exactly. That's the proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
So you see, Mark's spending his money on raid passes to raid rats. I just spent 7,000 coins on incubators to incubate eggs I didn't really want to even incubate in the first place.
To get a shiny that you could have had traded to you by the man who got the shiny rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crumb of comfort.
Crumb gets another crumb, Ian. Have another crumb.
Well, I went out for a little bit just to kind of get some final research tasks on New Year's Day itself before the event finished, and managed to pull in my first shiny Raticate with the party hat after it's been like 6 or 7 years of that thing being in the game with this New Year's event, and finally got my shiny Wobbuffet with the party hat too.
I still don't have a shiny Wobbuffet, period.
It will. Ever?
Ever.
I've got one of those for you, Ian, if you want one.
I remember when, was it not Sinnoh Tour? Johto Tour, and you was going, oh, shiny Wobbuffet, and you got about 4 in the space of about half an hour.
I did.
And I was literally just seething.
We did trade them, yeah.
I've got this lucky shiny 98 from you, Marky. It's great.
You have.
Yeah, still to this day do not have one.
Well, Ian, I've got one for you. So
I've got one for you as well, but you'll probably have an event in between seeing us and then get the shiny and
let's put it at this rate. The next time I see you guys will be in LA, because we're probably not going to get together in January, are we? Because Community Day is today.
Yeah.
Spriggy. We don't do classics together.
No.
Spriggy.
It's like an unspoken rule. We do not do classic meetups.
No, and rightly so. We need to leave that stuff to people's imaginations, don't we?
Yeah. I think the only...
Or whatever we put in our videos.
Let's put it one way. The last classic I think we did with each other was Portsmouth. It was Squirtle. Was it 3?
That's probably why we're all traumatised.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Ian did Swine Up Community Day Classic together.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
One before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Down Milton Keynes, Ian.
Yeah.
Swin Up in Milton Keynes.
But yeah, we don't do classics really, do we?
No.
We don't really need to score it. But I think the last three or four events have been pretty... Just felt it's gone a little bit backwards, doesn't it? A little bit.
I agree. Underwhelming.
But it's a good job our listeners don't listen to us just for the Pokemon Go content, is it? Is it? ... Yeah, I like that, Milo. ...
Well, actually, I will give one thing credit. Sorry, Vasa, is I loved, don't know if you guys even got to do this, but the feature of incense as an item in part 2 of the holiday event, I thought was really nicely done. And
30 minutes.
Not just the daily incense, the
alternating
daily the spawns from the incense and everything.
I didn't get to do it.
I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah, I kind of didn't. I knew it was a thing, but I was doing other things, which meant I couldn't do it as a thing. Because like one day had the toddle on, didn't it? And the other day had the black sheep on it, didn't it?
Yes, it alternated.
The Wooloo. I just need to find some time to play the game, don't I?
To drop that incense.
I've been a bit harsh on it. No, it was an awful set of events, but I think the Toddle and the costume Wooloo were probably the two things that saved it, really.
Yeah.
I know people say that Dead and A, was but that was so hard to get.
There was
so
not
limited.
enough chances to get it.
I mean, you could get it on the daily incense because that caught me off guard when I was running the daily incense. Dead and A did come off it, but I think it's the weather boost that we had when we were playing it really did mean that Wooloo came on it more often, even though it was one of the more featured ones. But Toddle was everywhere on it, to be fair, from the 10 minutes I probably played it. Oh, goodness, it was awful, wasn't it? It was awful.
Shall we look to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Because 2024's been good. It's just, it feels like the game hasn't mirrored it. So, 25.
25. Yes, let's look into what January 25 is going to bring us.
It is. It's the news.
First up, the max battles. And yes, they're not going away. They're very much staying here. And they're staying here in sort of alternating weekly rotations. There's some good news and some questionable news with this. So let's run through the order very quickly. From January the 6th to the 13th, we're going to have Machop, Ghastly, Krabby, Crarganal, and Wooloo without any costume at all. January the 13th to the 20th, we'll have pretty much all the same, except Wooloo will be replaced by Squirtle for some reason. January the 20th to the 27th, we'll see Charmander, Beldum returning, Crarganal, and Scorbunny, and then there is a question mark over what is going to be a new Dynamax Pokemon.
A new shiny Dynamax Pokemon,
it will be shiny.
Yeah.
What event that will lead from, I don't know. We'll find out very soon. But to end January and enter February, the 27th of January to the 3rd of February, to be precise, we'll have Bulbasaur back.
Yay.
The question mark Pokemon, which may be the same or may be different. It is not clear, obviously. Crarganal, Grookey, and Wooloo. So those are the max battles, and you're going to have some max Mondays. Some of these are good. Some of them, actually, most of them, we still don't know. Machop is January the 6th. Squirtle is getting another one, January the 13th. January the 20th, the 27th, and February the 3rd are all unconfirmed. So let's wait and see what Dino disappointment will be.
Right, so as I work out the order to read this in, we have got 5-star raids. And it's worth noting that the raid bosses change at 10 a.m. on the date. But starting on Jan the 4th to the 16th, we've got Palkia. On Jan the 16th to Jan the 24th, we've got Deoxys in its attack form. Well, actually, they run alongside each other. We've got Deoxys in its defense form.
Smashing.
And Dialga is bookmarking the 5-star raid battle period from Jan the 24th to Feb the 6th. Seeing Deoxys there in its attack form makes me shiver the amount of raids I had to do to get that in its shiny form.
It's PTSD from you.
I think it was 78 raids when that finally shined.
So you're never touching another one of those?
No need to. And I'm pleased
don't
for
blame
that.
you. Don't blame you.
Horrible memories. Poor Deoxys, though. And anyway, we do also have mega raids, and these mega raids are from Jan the 4th to the 16th, Mega Lopunny. We then have from Jan the 16th to Jan the 24th, Oh, Mega Gallade. Interesting.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. And then on Jan the 24th, running through to February the 6th, we have got Mega Medicham. Fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Starting the year with a bang.
A little.
It feels like that, doesn't it? We also have raid hours, and these are between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the following days, and these are all on Wednesdays. We've had Giratina in sorted form, so we won't be talking about that. But for Jan the 8th and Jan the 15th, we've got Palkia.
Nice.
Jan the 22nd, we've got both Deoxyses in their attack and defense forms. And then on Jan the 29th and Feb the 5th, we've got Dialga. All of them can be shiny.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one, but Shadow Raids, Shadow Registeel.
Yeah, that's not
Probably
good.
Reggie Ice would hung around a bit longer, maybe, but Shadow Registeel would appear in Shadow Raids during weekends from Jan the 4th to Feb the 2nd. Decent shiny. I will give it credit on that. It's probably one of the nicest, certainly of the Reggie family, that mint green colour. Very nice.
Mint green shadow.
Might look nice, that purpley aura around it. But yeah, they are the raids for January.
Yep, and the events that we can look forward to in January are as follows. As you're listening to this, we're part way through Fidough Fetch, which we'll talk about in just 1 second. Today, if you're listening to this on Sunday as the episode drops, potentially part way through Sprigatito Community Day. Upcoming events, again, we'll be talking about it shortly. Fashion Week runs from January 10th to January the 19th. Yes, Milo, that's actually more than a week for once.
I know.
Ooh.
Yep.
Unbelievable. They still don't know what a week is.
No, they don't.
That's good.
Yeah, that's Fashion 9 days. That'll run from 10 a.m. your local time through to 8 p.m. your local time. Mega Gallade Raid Day, we'll talk about that one shortly, which will be on January the 11th. I feel a lot of these we're actually going to be covering in tonight's show, actually. And then from the 15th to the 19th of January, the Fashion Week taken over. So I think we know that's going to be a Team Go Rocket event. That's going to run from midnight through to 8 p.m. On January the 19th, we're going to have a Shadow Raid Day. That will run from 2 to 5 p.m. And then January the 21st through to January the 26th, Steeled Resolve. Again, usual times, 10 a.m. local time through to 8 p.m. your local time. January the 25th will bring us our Community Day Classic. We don't know what that's going to be just yet, unless Whitfield's heard anything on the grapevine. And then to round out the month, we talked about it last week during our New Year's pub quiz. The Lunar New Year event will run from January the 29th through
Solar New Year.
the 2nd.
Fantastic. And to complete January's lineup, the Spotlight Hours are here or there. Let's just say
they're
that.
kind of there, aren't they? That's about
They're
it.
over there, possibly as far away as you can possibly go. No, joking aside, there's actually some okay ones here. So January the 7th is a double-formed one with double catch dust. So that's Voltorb and Hisuian Voltorb. And actually, due to the Fidough Fetch event, they will both be shiny boosted, apparently, with the event. So possibly a good opportunity to get those.
Black and blue balls, if you're lucky.
Exactly. If Sinnoh didn't deliver the black ball for you, now Fidough can. It'll bring the ball back to you. Now,
Fetch.
Roselia is January the 14th with 2x catch XP. I mean, Roserai's a decent-ish grass-type Pokemon. And another ex-Comdo Pokemon is Paldean Wooper on January the 21st. Paldean Whoop-de-doo with 2x catch Candy. Actually, given that things play in the Gabet League? What am I saying? Got Baguette. I couldn't even remember what we say. The Got Baguette League. That's it. People may be interested in that. And then finally, Yungoos is featured January
do you know why that is actually Spotlight Hour?
January the 28th.
That's probably a very, very good joke because he's been inaugurated, isn't he?
He is inaugurated then. End of the month. That's very sneaky, Niantic. Very sneaky.
Well, you're saying that's a subtle reference, honestly. I think just maybe Steel's Resolve is going to be focused around Yungoos.
Maybe. Balls of Steel.
Let's really hope not. But yeah, you can get the pink quiff thing, the ferret. You can get that at the end of January the 28th. Good luck.
They're interesting, aren't they, then?
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
This is Nurofen talking.
Do you know what, though? I'm going to be that person, right? It's good that they've done those in January.
Yeah.
Well, it
Because
doesn't mean they can't come back later and just be.
No, it doesn't mean. But like, it doesn't mean me and you have to try and get motivation to go out and.
Well, I don't get motivation for spotlight hours ever.
No, but imagine if they were imagine what was like Ellie Steele and like what was like
Ellie Steele.
Dialga Spotlight Hour. Imagine that. It'd be hype, wouldn't it, Ian? Let's face it, like Mewtwo Spotlight Hour. You'd be, oh my goodness gracious, Mewtwo's everywhere.
Could you get hype for that, Vassar?
If legendaries were spawning in the wild for a Spotlight Hour, but again, it's all about balance. That's never going to happen.
Absolutely not. That's why we don't see Mewtwo anymore now.
That's why we get Young Goose.
That's why we get Young Goose.
Actually, hats off to the Southern Hemisphere, who will have all the weather motivation to play, but not the Pokemon. So there you go.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out, people.
Yeah.
Poor New Zealand. Always getting stitched up, aren't they? Yeah, January seems like it's starting the new year with a bit of a bang, maybe. Some of those events look quite good, don't they? I mean, I know we don't know the details of the events, but a Shadow Raid Day, that'd be quite cool.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, maybe Mewtwo again. Who knows?
Shadow Registeel.
Yeah, to be fair, the Fashion Week's fun. I will say that I do enjoy Fashion Week. New costumes up. We'll talk about that later. And we've got the Steeled Resolve, so maybe a Magnemite themed event, maybe.
Oh, Ian would love that. More Magnemite.
More Magnemite.
He couldn't get enough of the magnetic study.
Do not set me off about that one again. I'll still not
Worst
forgive him.
defense
That's
ever.
probably the best remedy. Is just pure rage.
Yeah.
Come on, Vassar.
In 1-star raids, you can raid Magnemite.
And nothing else. 3-star raids, Magnemite. 5-star raids, Magnemite.
I'll tell you what, let's segue slightly so you're not triggering me, and let's talk about Fashion Week, shall we? Because we know it's your favourite event of the year, Milo.
It is, so it's only downhill from here, to be honest. Fashion Week will be, as Ian said, January the 10th to the 19th. So still not a week, but cannot complain. 9 days is a beautiful stretch.
That's a long time for you to do a 24-hour grind.
That's actually plenty of opportunity. There's a lot of 24 hours within that. Yes,
for that.
Great.
For 2 hours a day, Ian, and then string it together as if it's one day.
Any normal person would do that. Any other content creator would do that, but not
But
Milo.
those who are dedicated to sleep deprivation, no thanks. Anyway, if you do a 24-hour challenge, you will be experiencing not only horrendous sleep deprivation, but also the following bonuses of 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon and boosted double chance to receive XL Candy while catching the Pokemon, and an increased encounter chance with Shiny Curlier. So that's quite cool with its fashionable costume in the wild for the 600,000th year in the row.
Candy XL, though. Candy XL.
Oh, yes. Boosted XL Candy. But you might also like the sound of this. So, increased chance. Actually, sorry, take this with a pinch of salt because I've just seen where you get these Pokemon from. Increased chance to encounter the following shiny Pokemon from field research task rewards and raids.
Yay.
Would you look at that?
More paywall.
Butterfree wearing a fashionable costume. Dragonite wearing its bow tie and shades. Minccino is the new one, which has now got some
fashionable costume.
Fashionable glasses on it, basically. Oh, it's quite adorable. And Furfrou with a shiny boost. So
it looks like Dame Edna.
Yes, you can find all of those in field research tasks and raids. So yeah, there you go.
It does look like Dame Edna, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Furfrou wearing nothing. That's what I love about it.
Furfrou doesn't need a costume.
Yeah, well, with all events, there's usually wild encounters, but that isn't true, actually. But this year, we're starting off with wild encounters.
Yes.
And these ones will be appearing more frequently in the wild. We've got Diglett wearing a fashionable costume, which would be its bowler hat, more than likely.
Lovely.
There'll be Skitty. Skitty ever worn a costume before? Was that new?
No costume.
I was just testing you there. No costume for Skitty or Baneri. However, we'll get Blitzel back.
Oh, is it going to wear his little
neck piece, yeah.
And then we have Furfrou. And why on earth?
Oh, that's your favourite Pokemon, Mark.
Have done this? Oh, if ever there was a chance to drop its shiny debut, this was it. But you've got the horrific, horrible-looking fish, Brooksish.
The most unfashionable Pokemon.
That's a horrible Pokemon.
Oh, it's a tie-dye Pokemon. I suppose it's kind of a little bit.
Tie-dye fish.
Yeah. Tie-dye fish. Silly lips. And then some trainers might even encounter the following. Curlier wearing a fashionable costume. And all of those, with the exception of my nemesis, Brooksish, can be shiny.
Yeah, and then moving on to the raids. Well, the 1-star raid... Actually, I can't take this away from you, Marky. Go on.
Oh, Ian, you're so kind. Yes, we have got 1-star raids. These will be appearing in those pink eggs. We have Shinx wearing its fashionable costume. We have Furfrou not wearing any costume at all.
Boo.
I know. And Dame Edna Eggs-pedition wearing spectacles. Okay? Glasses. Minccino wearing its fashionable costume. All of those can be shiny.
Yeah, but I can do the 3-star raids, and in the 3-star raids, they're not new. They've been out many times over the years. Butterfree with its Zoe bow, and Dragonite wearing its fashionable costume as well. They're your 3-star raids.
And they're still doing the whole thing with field research task rewards, just saying they exist in the game. Trust me, there's event Pokemon in those encounters. I really would like to see lists return, but given the piece earlier saying these Pokemon will be shiny boosted in field research and raids, I'm hoping Butterfree, Dragonite, Minccino, and Furfrou are going to be featured people. However, there is paid timed research. We're never going to get rid of that.
Yeah,
so
but have you seen how much it is?
It's 2025. $5 or the equivalent in your local currency will net you the following: 3,500 XP. They're throwing everything at us right now. 3,500 Stardust, an event-themed avatar pose.
Okay, that's why it's so expensive. Okay,
looking at it is actually the fashion walk, like the strut people do on a fashion show. So it's kind of funny, actually. I rate that. And that's the monetary value of the ticket, basically, because apart from that, you're going to be finding event-themed Pokemon encounters, including, they give you a list, look at this, Dragonite wearing its fashionable costume, Minccino wearing its fashionable costume, and Furfrou in no fashionable costume. And of course, tickets can be purchased and gifted, and refunds are not possible at all because of T's and C's, and you cannot purchase a ticket with Pokecoins no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
But you must claim your rewards from this paid ticket before the end of the event on January the 19th at 8 p.m. your local time.
And to round out the Fashion Week, there will be collection challenges, Pokemon showcases, and the usual fare. Nothing that we're really going to go into because, let's face it, they're always the same.
Look out for showcases appearing at stops randomly and sparsely, changing constantly throughout the event. No, that's not going to happen.
That are always the same and never changing, despite the fact that they supposedly are.
And don't forget, there is a part 2 of that event, essentially, where the team will be taken over that we don't know yet, which is quite exciting. But yeah.
Is it?
Hopefully. I will say, I'm quite gutted that the new shiny is apparently stuck in raids and possibly in research. It's not in the wild, and the wild spawns are not. There's less fashion costume Pokemon than there are normal Pokemon, which is not how it's been in the past years.
May I refer you back to the holiday event?
Yes. So it's annoying that trend is continuing.
Yes. Welcome to 2025.
This is the event. Here are the Pokemon featured, and they're nothing to do with it.
Maybe they're mixing it up a bit.
Exactly. Like we had Halloween Pokemon at Christmas, maybe.
I'm waiting to see Steel Resolve full of Bug-type Pokemon. That's what we're going to wait for.
Yeah. But I'll tell you one event that will actually have Pokemon that is meant to feature, and that's Fidough Fetch, which we're currently midway through.
Mm-hmm.
And it started on Friday, which was the 3rd of January, and it will be finishing on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 7th of January. Now, the event bonuses for this one, you will currently be experiencing an increased chance to encounter a shiny Voltorb and shiny Electrite.
Could be worse.
So the global challenges for this event will take place through the Fidough Fetch event. I'm not sure where we are at this point in time when you're listening, but working with trainers around the world to make nice curveball throws to unlock bonuses for everyone to enjoy. And then once the challenge is complete, the bonuses will be unlocked for the remainder of the event. So for level 1 unlock will be 2 times XP for catching Pokemon.
And level 2 actually sees the introduction of the new featured Pokemon. So I'm hoping, peeps, that level 1 was incredibly easy to get to because level 2 is double Stardust for catching Pokemon. Very nice. An additional event-themed research task will be available. The puppy Pokemon, Fidough and its evolution Daxbun, will make their Pokemon Go debuts.
Great Pokemon.
Fantastic Pokemon. We won't be loafing that one. Terrible. I'm assuming that new research task is going to be for Fidough.
I would have thought so.
Yes.
Well, contain yourself. everyone, with your bakery-themed canine jokes.
Your pastry.
Your pastries. But yeah, if we do all that, and I hope we do get to level 2, if we do complete them, the next stage we'll get to the 3rd level. And level 3 will be rewarding us with 2.5 times XP for catching Pokemon. Interesting there. Maybe that's seeing in 2025,
It's
maybe.
2.695.
3.142 pi.
Oh, yes, pi.
That would have been better, wouldn't it? That's
That'd been amusing.
themed, wouldn't it? Yeah. Additional event-themed field research tasks will be available, hopefully, other opportunities, encounters to get hold of Fidough. And additional Pokemon will appear in the wild. Hisuian Growlithe, which can be shiny if you're lucky, and some trainers might even encounter the following. Yes, it's come back from Halloween. Greavard.
Yay. More ghost Pokemon in events that aren't Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, there's other levels, guys.
I've just seen these
never
levels
ending.
must be easy because it goes level 4 through 6 as well. So level 4 rewards simply 2.5 times Stardust for catching Pokemon.
Yeah, level 5, basically it's just boosts of bonuses. So level 5 is going to give us 3 times XP and Stardust for catching Pokemon.
And level 6 will give us 4 times XP for catching Pokemon and 4 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. So we might get 3 hours of that bonus.
Yeah,
If we're lucky.
the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, but bear in mind, we've never failed global challenges ever in this game.
No matter how hard we've tried as a player
Yes.
base.
Yes. No
Yeah.
matter how
But
hard.
speaking of things that can kind of miss, the wild encounters for this event, we're going to see Growlithe, Voltorb, Snubble, Poochyena, Electrike, and Lillipup. And if you're lucky, just might be able to encounter a shiny one. They're all
Could be
eligible.
worse.
Well,
Yeah. The good news is, once again, the field research tasks are completely non-bespoke. So it's just there will be Pokemon, Great Balls, Stardust, etc. in them. Marky, the showcases at exactly the same Pokestops they've always been at for the last year and a half.
yeah, apparently so.
Unbelievable.
Different,
They're
same ones, though.
different same
same.
ones. Yeah,
Okay,
the same
different
different
same.
ones. And then
Same
the different same
ones, different same ones.
different ones.
From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. they'll appear at one stop, and then from 11 to 12 they'll change.
To the other same stop, which is different.
Yeah.
There's a web store stuff. There's a web store stuff.
Oh.
There's an item on the web store. Remember, if you go there, you can find out all the best deals. And if you
Lovely.
haven't made a purchase yet, you can still get a 15% discount on your first purchase.
Is there a Greg's coupon with this event?
What, for Newcombs?
Yeah.
Because
So any patisserie you
comes
go
with
into.
a new avatar pose, I think. That,
Yeah. Show your Fido. Show your Fido at your nearest bakery, and you'll get a coupon with.
Bakery Greg's Fido. Love it, love it, love it. Well, there's an opportunity there, isn't there, to tie a deal in there, isn't there, with Greg's?
Hashtag
That'd be
sponsored.
funny. That'd be funny.
Yeah, not McDonald's.
And now for something we've mentioned at least twice already on tonight's show. Mega Gallade
I think we mentioned
bursts
it last week.
onto the scene. Yes, 3 times on this show, that's for sure. But Mega Gallade is finally getting a raid day, Saturday, January the 11th from 2 to 5 p.m. And, of course, Mega Gallade is going to be featured. You'll be able to encounter Gallade as a boosted shiny from these raids. And well, the event bonuses are basically copy and paste from any raid day that's existed in the last couple of years. So 20 remote raids will be possible from, is the key window here, Friday, January the 10th at 4 p.m. to Saturday, January the 11th, 2025 at 7 p.m. PST. So put those times into your local time zone, figure out when will be good
Figure
for
it
you, I guess. You can receive up to 5 additional free passes from spinning the photo discs at gyms for a total of 7. So it includes your 2 freebies, which is quite nice. And of course, an increased chance to encounter the shiny Gallade from your mega raids. And with every single raid day, of course, a $5 ticket, or the equivalent in your local currency, will give you exactly the same stuff. 8 additional raid passes from spinning gym photo discs for a total of 15 for the day. An increased chance to get rare XL candy from raid battles, and 50% more XP from raid battles, plus 2 times dust from those raid battles.
Can I just add there with Milo?
Of course you can.
Somebody at Niantic has actually learned how to count, because 8 plus 7 actually does make 15.
Yes. And they've also noted that we get 2 freebies per day for this season anyway. So
yeah.
that's good.
That's good. Well done, Niantic.
Good intern.
Yes.
Well done. And that's basically it. There apparently is going to be an Ultra Mega Gallade Raid Day box in the web store.
For another
We highly
$5.
recommend not buying it.
No.
Dwayne will be happy. It's his favourite Mega.
Well, you can't have too many favourites. Psyduck's his favourite. You can't have a favourite Mega.
Favourite Mega.
I don't think you can only have one. You've got to stick true to one, haven't you, Ian?
I think you can only have one. You can't say I've got a favourite Mega or a favourite Legendary, a favourite Gen 1, favourite Gen 2, Gen 3,
Shadow.
Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9.
Favourite Raid 1 tier boss. Yeah.
A favourite Swaddle.
That's Marky's favourite 1-star raid boss. What is it?
Swaddle, we know.
Swaddle. And that...
will that be featured next year this year? Sorry, in the wrap up.
It will be, won't it?
Yeah,
2025 wrap up.
In the raids, won't it?
Mega Swaddle will be coming out this year.
Swaddle.
Oh yes.
Dynamax Swaddle. Red whisk on its head.
But you know how you said that you're giving Dwayne the pass because it's his favourite Mega?
Yes.
Should we give Dwayne some counter advice?
We need the Counter Brothers to do that, don't we? Where are they?
Let's don the hats and find the jingle. So yes, we're actually going to tell you how you can take down Mega Gallade. And, well, it's got triple weakness.
Yeah, because it's a fighting and psychic type.
Yes. So you can utilize the following of flying, fairy, and ghost. So there's actually a lot of good stuff in here, boys. And if you don't mind, I'm going to take the number 1 spot. And I recommend that you use this Pokemon in your party because it will give you the catch boost for catching Gallade anyway. Mega Rayquaza, of course. Got to have Air Slash and Dragon Ascent on it. So yeah, get that thing at the top of your party.
Milo, that's very, very disappointing that you've gone straight to the top. I wouldn't expect you to be doing anything different than that.
Sorry, I didn't pull an oddball.
I don't know. I was half expect him to go for number 2, if I'm honest.
I did as well, to be fair. Well, I'm going to go a little bit further down. It's one of my favourite Pokemon. It's up there in the top 15, which means it's pretty decent. Yveltal, you can use with a double flying move of Gust and Oblivion Wing.
Yeah, it's the number 7 counter. It's a good one. That's the one I would have actually gone for, Marky. I'm going to jump in before Milo jumps back to it. Great counter, great Pokemon. Dawnwing's Necrozma with Psycho Cut and Moongeist Beam.
Lovely DPS per second there. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The one I'm going to pick, because obviously I like to flex on this show, Enamorous. If you had any of those from the Elite Raids almost a year ago. Fairy Wind and Fly on that Hisuian Legendary will suit you very nicely.
You can imagine people bringing those to these raids. Go, yes, I did it. I was able to take between 2 and 4 p.m. off at our work day to get to Enamorous.
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day, that's it.
The romantic Pokemon.
Oh dear. Well, it's one of my favourite Pokemon, and it's in the top sort of 10 in varying different forms. But we'll put Mega Salamence in there. I love Salamence, one of my favourite Pokemon. And with Dragon, Tail, and Fly. You can actually use both those moves on the Shadow variants as well. But yeah, Salamence.
Definitely a lot of Megas in this counter list. And Gallade's counterpart, Mega Gardevoir, is also a good choice to take against it with Charm and Dazzling Gleam.
Your Flaming Gallade.
Your Flaming Gallade. If for whatever reason you feel like using spoons to take down this Mega, you could use Mega Alakazam with Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball. That's probably a bad idea.
Well, there are worse ideas, Whitfield. There really are worse ideas, and I'm sure Mark's going to go straight to the bottom of the list like I am doing.
I see Marky's favourite raid pick.
Well, I'm going to get this one in because I think Milo loves it quite a lot, actually.
Absolutely. Don't know what it is, but...
He loves Goldengo. Goldengo's in there with a bit of mix, and Slowpoke, what I haven't got, but it has the double ghost type move of Hex and Shadow Ball.
So I still don't have it either.
Good luck. Really?
If you really have nothing else, except for this one, you can take in a Skeledirge with Incinerate and Shadow Ball.
Skeledirge? What the hell's that?
That's for Coco's final evolution.
It's very useless. It's 100 on the counter list.
100?
100 out of 100 potential counters.
Don't worry, people. It will go slightly up when it gets its community day later this year. We've covered the good and the bad and the ugly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, ugly Bucephalon.
Ian, that's hilarious, though. I did not know that was the final evolution of Fuecoco. Fuecoco. Fuecoco.
Well, hopefully the Counter Bros have helped you understand how to defeat Mega Gallade
Or confuse
next
you.
Saturday, or confuse you. It's taking an army of Skeldurge.
I'm going to evolve some now.
Yeah, exactly. Before we move on, one last little bit of news, or two last little bits of news, and the very, very top line. January brings back the Eggs-pedition Ticket. It's a copy-paste from the December ticket, and you should already know this by now, but at the end of December, your storages were increased by 500, which means your Pokemon storage limit has now been increased to 9,300, and item capacity has been increased to 8,300.
Nearly at the 10k.
Yeah.
Just in time for Fashion Week.
Milo, you need to delete some Pokemon.
I'm working on it.
To be fair, it's not just him, mate. I'm as bad.
Okay, then. What's your storage capacity currently in the game, then? I'm curious.
Hang on.
Come play the jingle.
There's a jingle before we actually get to the game.
Flex it up, flex it up.
I don't know how much of a flex this is.
It's not a flex. It's not a flex.
Okay,
My
I'll
current
start.
storage. Okay, go for it, Vasa.
My current storage is 8,500, and of those 8,500, I have 8,390 Pokemon.
I do remember almost every event that we played together. Ian's like, I'm only playing on 100 spaces.
Well, so I'm working on 6,350 spaces.
Oh my God.
And I've currently got 6,266 in my...
Oh my goodness. You should transfer a few things, my friend.
Or buy more storage.
All the Swaddles may have to go, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I vastly jumped it up over the last year. I think I started the year at about like 4,000. So I had a bit of like surge of resource into the game just to sort of get me up there. But yeah, I need to clean them out a bit. There's plenty I can delete. So
and to finish, would you expect anything less?
Well, lower scores the winner, Milo. So unless you're going to surprise
we're doing golf
us,
rules. Yeah.
Well,
cool.
it's less less.
Is it the least total storage or the least space you have?
I think both of them exhausted, Milo. Go on, what are you on, my friend?
No, I think you beat me on both counts, Marky, because my total storage is 9,150.
Jeez.
And
is that the maximum you can be?
It's not quite the maximum.
He's obviously bought some since they announced the increase.
Because I wasn't transferring during the holiday event, because I was like, oh, costume Wooloo, I'll just trade them. And then I haven't, because
so
Christmas.
bear in mind, Mark, it can go up to 9,300 and it's on 9,150.
I should max out. There's only 3 stages left, really.
Yeah.
But of all of
We've
that
got
storage
Unova
capacity,
Tour in literally 7 weeks.
I do need to transfer a few things, but I'm currently sat at 8,973 spaces used.
How many?
So there's a lot of Jigglypuff and Wurmple that need to go to their maker.
Well, that wasn't the game for tonight's show. We are going to go into the game now, though, and we're going to bring back a favourite. In fact, it was a game that I got confused about the other
That's
week.
why I brought it back this week.
Yeah.
Why you picked it?
Yes, it is.
Because we are officially playing this week. Play your decks right.
Not chasing your tail.
Not chasing my tail, no.
You should intro it like chasing the tail, and then we'll do play your decks right.
So the rules of play your decks right is one person.
We're not playing the jingle now.
Yes, we're going to play playing your decks right. It is a decks themed game with Pokemon. I am simply going to pick a Pokemon, and I'm going to give a second Pokemon's name. And I just want to know, is the second Pokemon higher or lower in the decks to the first one? So if I said...
Is it higher or lower than Vassifal?
And then I said, is Bulbasaur higher or lower than Ivysaur? Of course, it is not higher. It's lower.
Nice.
We're realising how little we know about Kanto, even though it's stayed in the game with us since the start of this
If
game.
Milo doesn't win this tonight with my brain being as Swiss cheesed as it is, then there's something
There might
wrong.
be another crumb of comfort, Ian. You never know.
I've got a crumb here, Ian, with your name on it.
I've only used 5 crumbs so far.
You have, and you tried to give yourself your own crumb,
Yes.
which isn't allowed.
But I think he's due a crumb of comfort from me. So
He is. But we are going to do it over 3 rounds, so it's not an elimination straight away. And whoever gets the most points from the 3
Gotcha.
rounds
all
is
right.
the winner. And if we are tied, we will go to sudden death. Here we go. So we're going to start with Milo.
Hello.
Hello, Milo. How are you? You
Game
all right?
Master.
Yeah, I feel like feel good here tonight.
Feeling prepared.
Feeling prepared. And we are going to use the costume decks. I'm not going to do it. Imagine
great.
the costume decks. Imagine the costume
There's a
decks.
few holes in that one, like Ian's brain at the moment.
Imagine the costume decks. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? I think this is a fitting one, as this is going to be the first major event, in-person event for the new year. We are into the 2025. We're going to go Unova to start with on this wall. And that is obviously not the decks that Skidoo's in, unfortunately. Good effort, Goat.
Well done.
Well done. So we're going to start off, Milo. And the starting Pokemon tonight is quite fitting. It's Minccino.
It's fashion decks nearly.
It's fashion decks nearly. This is Minccino without the spectacles on it, unfortunately. More importantly, Milo, I'd like to know, is Solosis higher or lower than Minccino, the translucent testicle?
That is a very good question. Is Dame Edna Chino higher or lower than the translucent testy? That would be a great episode title. Note to self. That's that horrible mid-section of the decks where everything's kind of just mushed together and you forget about it. I'm going to say that Minccino is higher than the translucent testy.
Well, Milo, Minccino is lower.
Oh, it's lower.
Than the translucent testy. Oh dear, Milo, that's a big X in the first one for you. So, Ian, I'm going to be so envious of you lot running around LA, catching shiny Sawaddles. Beautiful moment.
I'll make you a deal. We won't catch any Sawaddles.
Oh, leave them over there, please, Ian.
That's a pact, is it? We can't. If there's a collection challenge, Vasa, what are you going to do?
Do what you just with ones.
Can we
leave
trade? Can we trade one of our existing ones?
No.
Just do it off camera in and delete it, and I'll never know. But we are going to start with Sawaddle, the So Pokemon. Now, I want to know from you, Ian, is Venipede, shiny, it took you a little while to get, if I remember correctly, is Venipede higher or lower than Sawaddle?
Which bug is higher?
Lower.
Venipede is higher than Sawaddle. Oh, Ian.
We're tied on naught.
Yay! Go Whitfield. Go Whitfield Waterfall.
Just like the Christmas show.
Go
Great.
Vassar. Go Vassar. Go Ian. Oh, dear. Yes.
Nice.
Milo.
I'm ready to lose.
And we're going to stay in Unova because I think Unova's creating me a little bit of fun and also making me realise how good the event is going to be. I'm going to start with a Stardust favourite for everyone, Ordino.
Oh, yes.
The Mega that we're still waiting for. Which,
Mega Raid Day coming soon.
It's my favourite Mega, in case anyone cares. It really isn't.
They really don't, yeah. Nobody cares.
No. So I want to know, Milo, is Drillbur, which has very recently been involved in Dynamax battles, is Drillbur higher or lower than Ordino?
Oh, that's tricky. I think Ordino might be higher than Drillbur.
Well, you flipped it around the other way, Milo, but you are correct.
Yes.
Ordino is higher than Drillbur. Well done. Oh, I just put an X in yours because I thought you got it wrong. There we go. A tick for Milo.
No.
Oh, I've ticked all of Ian's
Game
boxes.
Lord Fraudulent.
Game Lord Fraudulent. Right, Ian. I really need you to get this right. So we're going to stay in Unova. And your starting Pokemon is Victini, the little fighty Pokemon. Is it a fighty Pokemon? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. What is it?
It's a Fire Psychic,
Fire
I think, or something
Psychic
like that.
But anyway, Ian, I would like to know, is Patrat higher or lower than Victini?
How scrambled is his brain?
Patrat is lower.
Patrat's higher, Ian.
I was wondering how scrambled his brain was. Hang on.
And Victini starts Unova. It is the first Pokemon.
Yeah, I was thinking it was at the end of it.
Oh, well, it's 1-0 into the final round, but doesn't mean Milo's won yet, because Milo needs to get this correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, Milo, it's recently been revealed as a new shiny in the game in eggs only, but Basculin is going to be our starting Pokemon staying in Unova.
Toothy fish.
The Toothy Fishki. I need to know, is Sandile higher or lower than the Toothy Fish?
Oh, I'm trying to visualize. I think Basculin is towards the end of a row. I'm going to say Basculin is higher than Sandile.
I can confirm, Milo, that it is towards the end of the row, but I think it's the other end of the row.
But it's Sandile. Oh, it's the other way.
Higher than Basculin. No. So Milo keeps the
disaster
game alive for Ian. Right, Ian. Are you ready, mate?
I'm not. What? Let's go.
Here we go. It's a Pokemon that you lot are going to be chasing, and this is one I'm probably the most envious of, is Deerling. dealing will I'm
Yes.
more concerned.
All forms.
But I would like to know, is Emolga, which we've already had the shiny on, not that you can really tell, is Emolga higher or lower than dealing?
I've been saying lower the whole game. So I'm tempted to say lower, but I don't know if you're going to be
dig your
tricky.
heels in.
I'm going to go higher.
Ian, you are wise to change. It is higher.
Oh,
Well done, sir.
I thought he was tricking me. I thought he wanted me to go lower there.
We need a sudden death round
We've got a Mexican standoff.
for the second time this game.
The game is on. Right. Okay, Milo. This is a Pokemon that Ian thinks should have had a com day, or maybe have a com day this year, and that is Clink Clank. I'm only joking. It is Clink.
Clank.
It needs a combo. It does need one.
Milo,
Yes.
I need to know off you, is your favourite Pokemon Dynamo higher or lower than Clink?
Oh, that's a tricky one. 2-3 stages. I think Clink is higher.
It's lower than
It's lower,
Dynamo.
isn't it? For God's
Oh,
sake.
low. Oh, dear.
It's a good job we're just playing you, Novator, and we're not doing play your decks right
Exactly.
to catch your Pokemon. We'd never get anything.
Ian has got the chance to win the game tonight. A phrase that I didn't think I'd be saying. Ian probably didn't
He
think
didn't
he'd be
think
hearing.
I'd be saying either.
So, Ian, you love a snot bear. You
I
love
am a
Cubchoo.
snot
It
there.
feels
at the
like
moment. Yeah, yeah.
Ian is
I
a
actually
snot
do look
bear.
like Cubchoo currently.
Turn the heating up.
Turn the heating up. Well,
It's already up.
this is one I actually did get from a raid that I was very happy with. It was Cryogonal, actually. I was very happy with Cryogonal. But I want to know, Ian, is Cryogonal higher or lower than Cubchoo, the snot bear? Is the Ice Flake higher or lower than the snot bear?
I believe
In Miracles.
Cryogonal is lower.
Cryogonal is higher than Cubchoo. Oh, no!
I just
We are
want.
useless.
I just want this game to be over now.
I think that the listeners do as well. But as a listener, it's probably only been going on for about 18 seconds. So with the echo.
It's like we are on the tail end anyway.
So we go into the second round of sudden death. And actually, I didn't think we'd be going this far into Unova, but we are. Milo, Stunfisk,
Oh, yes. Love that.
the Pokemon that broke the game when it eventually got brought into it. Showed up on radars, but wasn't there in actual
reality.
placement in reality. That's not the only reason that Stunfisk is memorable, because it has a Galarian form as well. That doesn't really impact where it sits.
The more
in
you know.
decks, but we're an educational podcast as well. Now, I need to know off you. It's recently been released. It was recently released in the game, but I want to know: is Minccino higher or lower than Stunfisk? A little fighting bear-looking like thing. I don't really know what it is. It's Minccino.
It's like a taekwondo cat or something.
Taekwondo cat. Yeah, but is that
Dunno.
taekwondo cat higher or lower than the flatfish?
I think the taekwondo cat is higher than the flatfish.
Milo, you are correct. Well done.
Yes.
We go back to Ian for another round of sudden death.
Wouldn't say sudden death were around me at the moment.
There's nothing sudden about this.
So just a slow, lingering death.
Oh, Ian. And we're in to this one. So, Ian, we know you're afraid of the Foongoose, or the Foongus, I should say, the mushroom Pokemon.
I'm allergic to it, in fact.
Exactly, which is why we don't want to talk about it for too much longer. But, Ian, I need to know off you, is Carablast higher or lower than Foongus?
Higher.
Carablast is lower. Well done, Milo, for winning tonight.
We got there in the end. There was some kind of victory.
It's a victory, Milo. I think you can be graceful with this
It's
one.
a hollow victory.
A hollow victory.
The crumb of comfort was stringing you along, Vassa.
Oh, is that what it was, is it? Is that
I am actually useless.
A trail of crumbs of comfort.
We've always
I
said
love
as
it.
we go up the generations, our knowledge goes down.
We're bad in Kanto, dude. Anyway,
A little bit more educated with Unova now, I hope.
possibly.
I don't
But
know.
fun game. Always a fun game to play your decks right when you're actually playing your decks right, not doing chasing the tail.
Yeah.
Both good games.
Well, we've gone from a fun game to our favourite part of the show.
Shinies of the week.
First up, we're going to jump into our Patreon exclusive Discord in the hashtag Shinies of the Week channel. And there's some great stuff in here from the past couple of weeks of events. But most recently is Elrus81 Ellen has posted first Shadow Shiny in almost a year. Awful IVs, but I'll take it. And it was a Shadow Shiny Ralts, but has now been evolved to Shadow Shiny Gallade. So that is really cool, getting the Gallade evolvable Shadow Shiny. Nicely done.
Well done indeed. I've gone over to Blue Sky now, and we've got one here from Rogue Poster at incenspodcast.bsky.social, hashtag shinies of the week. If this is my last shiny of 2024, I'm happy. It was a shiny Hoot Hoot with its party hat.
Yes.
And it was a 14, 15, 13 IV spread
decent.
on it. Caught on New Year's Eve. Well done.
Yeah, well done, GG's. Our next one is from the Incensed Campfire, and this one is from Cow in a Suit. Yes, Lachlan's mate from down in Brizzy. Cow in a Suit says, I've managed to get... This is a flex, guys. This really is a flex. I've managed to get a hundo from every raid hour this year.
Every raid hour?
Wonder if I can keep it up. Hashtag shine of the week. It's not a shiny, but it is a hundo Giratina, altered form.
Oh, nice.
A hundo from every raid hour?
That's what he said.
That's mental.
Managed to get a hundo from every raid hour this year. GG's.
In an hour? That's mental. This is to get 100 in that hour. Well done.
I'm scrolling past your shiny Satoddle, Marky. Just seeing that there. Right, we're going to jump back into the Discord in the Flex It Good channel, which is obviously a place where you can put your good catches, not just hashtag shinies of the week, but we get them anyway. Mafloof Kayla has posted, got my first shiny Wooloo shortly after the raid 2. My little humbug. Very good. Where's the goat? We don't have a sheep on the board anymore, unfortunately. Yes, with the Christmas backdrop, it is a beautiful holiday shiny Wooloo. Amazing shiny. Congratulations.
GG's, McFloof. It's a great shiny. I mean, and it's rare.
I've got one off Instagram.
Insta? Oh, my God.
Yeah, Insta. This is from Darth Rubber Duck.
Darth Rubber Duck.
Darth or Daft?
Darth Rubber Duck, as in DARTH, Darth
Nice.
Rubber Duck. 5 D-Max battles and 2 shinies. Are they boosted? Hashtag shinies of the week at Incense Podcast. And yeah, we've got a Dynamax shiny Matchop. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. And thank you for using Instagram.
Yeah, thank you. Not many people do use Instagram for shinies of the week. But we're jumping back onto our campfire for the last shiny of the week this week. And Woggy1232 posted this on Christmas Day to us. My shiny of the week. And it is a lovely 3-star shiny Sableye. GG's.
That is quite a nice shiny.
It's a gorgeous
Congrats.
shiny, yeah. It is a
Really nice.
To be fair, we've had a couple
Pokedaxi
more.
would be proud.
Oh my God. Goodness, yeah, we've had 2 or 3 on Instagram, actually.
Have
Well
we?
done. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not getting the notifications because I went through and looked and there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's why we started saying like at us, because at least that way we'll start to be able to see them.
I went through message requests and everything, and there's nothing there.
That's well, I've just searched by the shinies of the week hashtag.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I have not been doing that because I'm an idiot.
Well, didn't want to say.
Yeah.
No, don't lie. You did, Vasa.
Cheeky Ian.
But no, some great Shiners of the Week there. Keep them coming because Shiners of the Week is a regular part of this show, as you'll know if you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time. And we do like to run through these every single week. So keep them coming at us at Intense Podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag Shiners of the Week.
Could you clarify that spelling?
No, but Milo can.
Oh, I see you passing the buck once again. I should really soundbite us saying it, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, it would be hashtag SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Sure is. And that brings us to the end of episode 204 of the Incense Podcast. Thank you very much for listening. We really do appreciate each and every one of your sets of ears on this podcast. And thank you for bearing with us, because tonight's possibly been a hot mess, but it will get better as the year progresses, I'm pretty sure.
Ian's health will improve.
Well, we don't know. We hope it will, but we don't know.
I've knocked on some wood, Vasa, for you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
throwing
you.
you another crumb of comfort as well.
Oh, yeah. While we're here, we do want to thank each and every one of you for listening. We equally want to thank everybody that supports this show through our Patreon for supporting us, for being here, for being one of the family. And we really do appreciate each and every one of you. So our bronze members, our silver members, thank you so very, very much for supporting this show. Your contributions do not go unnoticed. But those of you that are our...
We're still doing this, okay.
members, yeah, this is carried on into 25. You're not getting away from it.
Okay.
Either that or I'll just soundbite Mike Myers. So yeah, each one of you gold members, we'd like to thank by name, because you guys really do help us to put that extra spit and polish on the podcast and make it a little bit more, well, audibly pleasing.
It's a fruity analogy there, Vasa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, baby. Anyway,
I'm like a knock touring.
so our members
Get on with it.
are JB, Clifford Mert, Kerry and Zachary, Bosside2, Mandy Craft, Mr. Mossam, Dean DHL, and Mufti. Thank you so very, very much for supporting us on the gold tier. We love having you guys in the live recordings, and it's just great to have you there. Equally, if you want to join the Patreon and become a gold member, or even at levels silver or bronze, you can find out how to do that by just visiting patreon.com/Incense Podcast. But that really does bring us to the end of this week's show. Please join us next week for more shenanigans from the Incense Podcast, and we will catch you.
Ian, I've got some good news.
What?
January the 7th, we've got some double Pokemon out and about. We've actually got a pair of balls actually out for Spotlight Hour. We've got
Be a
Voltorb
bit nippy.
and a Hisuian Voltorb with 2 times Catch Stardust.
Have to be careful playing that one, or else you'll be black and blue.
Hey, only if you're shiny boost lucky. Anyway, some mediocre news.
What?
Well, don't forget, as Ian has also corrected on his own show notes, Matt Chop
Max
is
Chop.
getting a max monthly.
Thanks,
Chop.
Apple
Matt
Intelligence. Thank you, Apple Intelligence.
Ian.
And anyway,
Yes.
on that terrible disappointment,
Doubly so.
yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you for listening.
Choppy.
Matt Chop.
Choose you!